Between the pregame parade, the Dave Matthews Band, and Taylor Swift, and the unveiling of the championship banner, there were plenty of fireworks to go around in the city of New Orleans prior to kickoff tonight. But that's where the fireworks ended. They ended just about with about 11 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the first quarter after Drew Brees took his football team down the field 77 yards and scored on the game's opening possession, 7-0 Saints after that. And then after that, it was a defensive struggle. All in all, it was a pretty good football game played by both sides. New Orleans actually ended up with 308 yards of total offense, more than what they had in the NFC Championship game, but still not where they were overall average for the season last year. However, the New Orleans Saints defense played a lot better, in my opinion, than the Minnesota defense, giving up only 253 yards of total offense to Brett Favre's football team. In Brett Favre's return to the football field for his 20th season, he went 15 for 27, 171 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Drew Brees, again, a prototypical Drew Brees type football game. Another great day at the office for the Super Bowl MVP. 27 for 36, 237 yards, and a touchdown. Earlier in the week, Adrian Peterson guaranteed victory for his football team. He played a good game, 19 carries, 87 yards, but in the end, when it came down to it, his football team just could not get it done. A 6-yard run by Pierre Thomas that scored the New Orleans Saints' second touchdown proved to be the game winner as the Saints win tonight 14-9, and the Who Dat Nation was in celebration once again. Next up for the New Orleans Saints, a Monday Night Football matchup in week number 2 against Patrick Willis and the San Francisco 49ers. And then for Brett Favre and the Minnesota Vikings, they'll be taking on the Miami Dolphins. Like I said, all in all, it was a defensive football game. The New Orleans Saints defense did very well against the run. Like a lot of pundits don't think that they can play against the run, and I think tonight they proved that they can play against the run, and they held Brett Favre. They contained Brett Favre. They didn't pressure him. They didn't get to him as much as they did in the NFC Championship game, but they put together a pretty good game plan and contained him well. As for the New Orleans Saints defense, having the game plan against Brett Favre and without having Sidney Rice was a bit of a challenge for them, but I think they did overall great a great job scheming against that Viking offense. As for the Drew Brees and the Saints offense, they took advantage of a very weak and a very young Minnesota Vikings secondary. The offensive line did a very good job against the Williams guys and Jared Allen. They did not allow a sack. They allowed one sack tonight, which I think was pretty good protection for Drew Brees. He ate up the Vikings secondary. First half was pass. It was a pass-dominated first half for the Saints offense. In the second half, it was run the ball, and they did that very, very well in the second half. They just pounded that ball right down the Vikings defense throat, and there was nothing the Minnesota Vikings could do about it. Again, final score 14-9. The New Orleans Saints, the defending Super Bowl 44 champions, start the season 1-0. And we'll move on to week number 2. A lot of things need to be cleaned up for that Saints football team to get better as the season progresses, but I think they're on the right track of doing just that. And they get another challenge, another great defense led by all-pro middle linebacker Patrick Willis and the San Francisco 49ers coached by Mike Singletary. Oh, by the way, in case anybody forgot, Auburn played Mississippi State. Auburn won 17-14. I'm the Relentless Rebel, and this has been your NFL football kickoff post-game wrap-up show. It was a quick one tonight, and it's been a pleasure, as always. Again, keep joining me, keep watching, keep supporting me, the Relentless Rebel. For now, I'll see you down the road.